All right, is everyone ready? Okay. I, however, place economy among the first and most important Republican virtues, and public debt as the greatest of dangers to be feared. Those words were said in 1816 by Thomas Jefferson, and we as the affirmative believe that this is true. It is for this reason that we ask you to enact a financial transactions tax at the end of this round. In this speech, I'd like to show you through two voting issues why a financial transactions tax is the best option for dealing with our country's massive debt problem. Along the way, I will address the arguments presented by the negative team, and I will show you why they are not reasons to vote against a financial transactions tax. I'd like to start off with their first voting issue of the disadvantages. They stated in their disadvantages, very briefly, that we're going to be hurting investment and that it's going to cause somehow a $1 trillion decrease in everything and that it's going to cause all of these problems. My response is very simple. It doesn't hurt investment. It doesn't hurt investment. The tax is so small, a 0.5% tax. That is $50 out of $10,000. It doesn't hurt investment. The only kind of quote-unquote investment that it actually does have a significant effect on is high-frequency trading. Why? Because it wipes out the profits of high-frequency trading. That's the only kind of investment that it actually has an impact on. So it doesn't actually hurt the average investor because it's too small and too insignificant to the average investor to make any impact whatsoever. So it's not actually going to decrease investment whatsoever. Now, they stated that that our plan is going to hurt the value of the assets, and my response is 0.5%. Again, insignificant. Also, I'd like to point out that they never clearly showed that while we are reducing some liquidity, they never clearly showed that this was actually going to cause a problem. They never showed that we passed the point where it's going to cause a problem. In fact, the fact is, in some situations, liquidity can actually be bad for the markets, so this point doesn't matter. On the voting issue 2 of empirics, my response is London is better. London is better. The empirics they brought up were from other countries that, quite frankly, don't have as good of markets as the United States. So the London empiric is a better empiric to weigh on than the ones that they brought up. The third voting issue was that of no fiscal crisis. They said that the taxes are going to make things worse. My response is, since our plan doesn't decrease investment, it also does not hurt the economy. This means that it's not going to increase debt, which also means that if we don't enact our plan, then it is going to cause a fiscal crisis. It's not going to reduce the debt. Also, they said that there's no fiscal crisis in the status quo, and my response is, yes, we're not having a problem. We're not in a major recession right now, but it's going to happen in 10 years down the road, and that's what we're trying to stop with our plan. Voting issue 4 was that of investment down, and they cited the price discrepancies. My response is volatility outweighs. Volatility outweighs. As we've shown throughout our speeches, high-frequency trading increases volatility in the financial markets. Volatility outweighs the small discrepancies in prices that high-frequency trading, even if you accept their argument, it outweighs the price discrepancies that high-frequency trading solves. So for that reason, this voting issue doesn't matter. Now I'd like to move on to my own voting issues. The first one is that of debt reduced. Debt reduced. Our financial transactions tax has the potential to generate $353 billion every year. In short, an FTT could reduce the federal government's debt by $2 trillion over the next 10 years. Many proposals for a complete budget overhaul that are currently in Congress don't even raise that much money. Through a financial transactions tax, we can substantially reduce the federal debt, which will lead to more private investment and a lower chance of a fiscal crisis in the long run. The budget deficit is the biggest contributor to loss of investment, not taxes, not spending, the budget deficit. My second voting issue is that of high-frequency trading reduced. High-frequency trading reduced. Our financial transactions tax reduces high-frequency trading by making the entire practice unprofitable. High-frequency trading does nothing to improve the economy or the financial markets and only serves to damage the average investor by distorting the financial markets and increasing price volatility. Now moving on, I'd like to talk about the impacts. The first point I'd like to talk about is that of fiscal crisis and why it outweighs everything else in the round. A fiscal crisis is an extreme recession that occurs when the government is too paralyzed to do anything about it. Since the government can't borrow to get rid of the crisis, it basically causes a gigantic recession that is worse than anything they've brought up so far. So in the end, a fiscal crisis outweighs all of the impacts of their disadvantages. Also, there's the fact of high-frequency trading. High-frequency trading has a very small positive effect, but a very large negative effect because of the volatility. So in the end, there is a net benefit to getting rid of high-frequency trading. So now for those reasons, I would ask you to stand with the affirmative team's plan and put us on the road to a sustainable future by enacting a financial transactions tax. Thank you.